everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Lindsay and I bring you content on all things clean beauty and skincare. If you're not already subscribed, I would love to have you, and if you are already, thank you. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing and giving you guys a demo of the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. This is a pretty raved about foundation. I've watched a couple reviews and I've heard a lot of mixed opinions. So of course I had to pick this up and try it out for you guys. So keep watching if you want to hear my thoughts on the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. Filming in front of my vanity again. Let me know if you guys like this background better or the one I used to use. Let me know. Also, if my voice is weird, it's because I'm getting over a cold, so excuse that. But first we're going to get into some skin prep. So to prep my skin, I'm going to go in with this Le Prunier, probably saying that wrong. I got this in this month's Petit Vour box, and I can't wait to use it because this super tiny size retails for $20. So I'm really excited to give it a go. I smelled it and it smells so good. So this is Plum Oil, and it's supposed to be 6 times more powerful than argan oil, so we will see. I'm just going to do a couple drops of this in my hands and put it on my face. Skin's been feeling pretty dry lately. Also, if you guys aren't already signed up for the Petit Vour box, I will put a link for it in the description below. I have a discount code if you guys want to use that as well. 25% off your first box. I really love how this oil feels. It smells amazing, and it was literally like so lightweight on my skin. Really good for makeup prep. Now that my skin is prepped, let's get into the foundation. This is the box that it comes in. This retails for $52 or $54. One sec. Yeah, this retails for $54. It comes in 18 shades. They originally had 10 shades and they just added 8 more, so I think that's awesome. And this has an aloe base to it, so it's supposed to be like a skincare and makeup combination, so it's really good for your skin. I'll read you the description on it before we start applying to my face. I did pick mine up off of Petit Vour as well, just to get that 20% back in rewards, since it is a pretty pricey foundation. The description on their site says, weightlessly delivers buildable light to medium coverage with a velvety finish, while nourishing skin with a powerful blend of botanical actives for a flawless complexion. Aloe leaf, rosehip, jojoba, and marula oil soothe irritations and tame redness, plump fine lines, and ensure the formula effortlessly melts into skin for a more even, luminous appearance, blurs imperfections, and minimizes pores for a complexion that looks refined and refreshed, and leaves your skin looking like skin. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the review after I apply it to my face because this is not a first impressions. I have been testing this foundation out for a couple weeks now, loving it so much so far, so I wanted to bring you guys a really developed review on my thoughts about it. But let's get into the demo and how it applies to the skin. So the shade I got was Tavarua SF2. That might be right, might not. Alright. Anyway, yeah, ingredients are in the back here. Like I said, it has an aloe base, which I find is really hydrating on the skin. Since it's not just water, it really helps to heal your skin. So the point that it said about taming redness, I do find that it does help like tame down any redness I have. Let's save the rest of that for the review. Let me go ahead and show you guys what the bottle looks like. So this is the packaging. Absolutely love it. It comes in a frosted glass bottle. Then it has a pump, which of course, like, who doesn't love a pump for foundation? One of the best applicators. So I'm just going to go ahead and do one pump, and I'll show you guys how I apply it. So that is one pump on the back of my hand. And then what I like to do is dot it on my face. And then I usually take a buffing brush. This is a Real Techniques sculpting brush. Any dense kabuki will work. So what I do is I like to blend it in with this because I feel like it absorbs less product than a sponge, but I go over it after with the sponge just for a really flawless finish. I've also applied it with just a sponge, and I like that as well. I just feel like it does absorb more product. So I find the application of this super smooth, and it doesn't dry fast either, so you don't have to like work with it super quickly. I would work with it fairly quickly, but like you don't have to be like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so the coverage on this I would say is like a medium coverage. I have like redness right there. I don't know what's going on with that, but I usually find that just one coat of this is enough for me on the daily basis. I usually go over with the Ilima Pure Satin Matte Foundation just because I like a little extra coverage in like problem areas. But if you like just like a medium coverage for every day, just this on its own is gorgeous. I love the way it applies. I love the finish of it. Like, guys, I'm really in love with this foundation. Taking whatever's left on my hand, and I'm kind of just gonna pat it on my face, and then I'll use the sponge to do another layer. For me, one pump covers my face and then some, so it's kind of like doing 2 layers with just one pump. You could do half of a pump with the bottle, and that could work as well. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that in. As I was saying, I think the finish of this foundation is probably just like my definition of a natural finish. It doesn't have a lot of dew to it, which I really enjoy because it makes it really long wearing. It looks healthy on the skin. It doesn't look over drying. I do have a lot of like dryness and spots on my face right now, and I feel like it doesn't cling to them. So if you do have drier skin or any sort of texture, this is beautiful on textured skin, dry skin. If you have really dry skin, maybe not, because I feel like it does mattify over the course of the day, which I will explain more in the review that comes after this. But for my skin type, which right now is like normal to combo, I really love it. My favorite thing about this foundation, I would say, is just how natural it looks on your skin. Like, in comparison to the Kosas Tinted Face Oil, if you've ever tried that, it looks even more natural than that, if that even makes sense. It's just such a beautiful skin-like finish. It sits beautifully on the skin. You could do multiple layers. I've done multiple coats of this, and it doesn't like layer weirdly. It doesn't pill on itself. It layers beautifully. I'm going to go in with another layer just to show you guys how it looks like with 2 coats of it. I would say 2 coats, you can definitely get a really good full coverage with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that second coat. I'm just going to use the sponge for this one. Also, the smell of this, I don't find that it has a strong smell. I did watch a review that said it had a strong scent to it, but honestly, I don't notice it. Like, maybe a really slight natural, like, fruity type of scent, but like when I'm applying it, I don't really notice it at all. I also feel like this foundation does a really great job at setting itself. So if you need a foundation and you don't really like setting your foundation with a powder, this is a really good one because especially throughout the day, it does like absorb your oils. I do have pretty oily skin. I usually just get it in my T-zone, especially around my nose. I feel like this does a wonderful job at controlling my oil, but it doesn't over dry my skin and it doesn't have that typical like matte cakey looking finish to it. It never makes your skin look dry, at least on my skin type. It's a really beautiful finish. Honestly, the best clean foundation I've tried so far. It's also my first Ilia product I've ever tried, so I'm definitely interested in trying more from them. If you guys have any recommendations, definitely let me know in the comments below. But yeah, beautiful finish. I love how it looks. Like, this is 2 coats, and it's like the most full coverage foundation I own, but it still looks really natural, which I definitely appreciate. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and then I will be back to give you guys my full review and final thoughts. Hey guys, so I went ahead and finished up the rest of my makeup, kept it really simple, kind of just like a skin focused look. If you guys are interested in what products I used, I will link them all below. I'm also going to go in with the Lily Lolo setting spray and just set it. This in combination with the foundation is just amazing. It'll last the longest time. Love this mist. If you guys are looking for a good setting spray, I would suggest this one. Now for my final thoughts on the foundation. I totally think it's worth the money. Definitely the best foundation I've tried in the clean beauty space yet, at least in my foundation preference. Gives me a really nice medium coverage with the most natural looking beautiful skin finish. I also feel like it does have a lot of beneficial properties to the skin because when I wear it, I don't feel like it's tightening on my skin or it doesn't dry out my skin. I do have normal to combo skin. I feel like this does a great job at keeping my oil at bay, but it doesn't over dry the skin or ever look matte or cakey. You could do like 5 layers of this and I swear it would still look beautiful on the skin. It is pricey, but I think it's totally worth it. You get 1 ounce of product in here. They do have a pretty good shade range as well. I heard a lot of mixed reviews about this foundation, which kind of delayed me from picking it up, but I'm so glad that I did because I absolutely love it. I've been using it every single day. Like, I'm not even hyping this up. Like, this is a really good foundation. I'm so glad I picked it up. You guys, if you're looking for a good foundation, this one I would totally give a go. This I would say is most like conventional formulas I used to use. It's just that really almost gel-like formula. It sets beautifully. I did put a little bit of setting powder on it, which is why. looks a little matte right now. I just love this so much. Throughout the day, I do get oily, like I said, around my nose, and I feel like this does a really good job at almost mattifying throughout the day, but not in a bad day. Like, it almost gets better as the day goes on, which is amazing because it already looks great in the first place. It's just so natural looking. Like, you literally can't even tell you're wearing foundation when you have this on, but it gives you the perfect medium coverage. You can build it up to full coverage. Like, I just want to say all the good things about this foundation. It's really good, seriously. I didn't think I was going to like this foundation as much as I do, but I really love it. It's definitely my favorite foundation at the moment. We will see if anything else lives up to this one, but I love it. Love the pump. Packaging is gorgeous. It's just a great foundation. I'm running out of good things to say about it, but I really love it. I also feel like this would be great for virtually any skin type because if you're really dry, it has that aloe base, so it's super nourishing on the skin and it doesn't cling to any dry patches. But if you're oily, it does a good job at like keeping your oil at bay. And if you're combo, best of both worlds. Works great on my skin, and I definitely recommend checking this foundation out from Ilia. So I didn't put on any concealer, I just used the foundation under my eyes, and it works great as a concealer as well. It doesn't crease up at all under my eyes. I feel like if I put too much product on, I do get some like creases in my smile lines, but like I get creases with basically any foundation just because I have like really deep set lines there. It's kind of just the way my face is shaped. But other than that, it performs really well. I feel like it wears like a really good full 8 hours. I feel like past that, it can break down like a little bit around my nose, but that's literally the tiniest bit. It's the longest lasting foundation I own. It looks good for so long. I just love it so much. I could rant on about how much I love this foundation for like 20 more minutes, but let's wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Comment below what your favorite foundation is at the moment. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and also join the notification squad, and I will see you guys in my next video.